What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
How's it? Welcome to the Bad Batch Roundtable. Sorry we're a day late and $1 short, but because Chris decided he wanted to go out of town, we had to push it back. So blame Chris.
Where's your fucking Chris thing?
I'm not doing that.
Fucking Chris.
Fucking
All right, well, fucking Anthony. I mean, just say fucking Anthony. We'll blame it on Anthony. Anthony's not here, so let's just blame fucking Anthony. It's always
blame
been
it on the
fucking
rain.
Anthony.
Yeah. But hopefully your trip went well. Hopefully you enjoyed yourself somewhat.
It did. I did.
Did you get enough alcohol while you were gone?
Well, yeah, I always do. But you know. But no, I got a video I might be posting about it for a little bit.
Okay. All right.
But I got to go on Google today and do some. I got to do some reviews and stuff because now I've been notified that not only am I in the top 10 for reviewers of restaurants in the United States, I am also top 10 of reviewers of bars in the United States. So.
Nice.
Top 10.
I guess.
Where the hell did you get this at?
Seriously.
Or top 10%, I should say. Top 10%.
Oh, okay.
Top 10. Okay. Let me get that fixed. There. No, so I mean, I don't know. It would.
You know how you fix that, Chris? Do all your eating and drinking at home.
Then they'll roll you out the door.
No. You see, it's fun because I like doing it. Whenever I go out of town, I go to the places, I do reviews for them. It spreads the wealth. It lets people know it's just like the real review, honest and real. I'll tell you what I think. So
there you go.
I'm not one of these people who like never go to this place.
The best policy.
Yeah,
Chris is the next Michelin star reviewer.
Khaos Crew. There you go.
Call it the night. Call it you've been knighted. I'm gonna say that from now on. You know, like I'll put it in there. I'll put it in my review. You've been knighted.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck, Chris Knight's in here. They're like Michelin star. Get the best chefs in here ready.
Here we go. Our next Khaos Central show coming up. We're gonna be talking restaurants and bars. All right. Yeah.
Maybe.
The Brew Crew. There we go. Anyway. So I'm glad you gentlemen could join me this evening. I'm glad to see the people in the chat. Pleasure as always. Guy Scar, Jason, you guys don't count. You're not. You're here.
You don't count.
Well, you
I know I'm bugging you, man.
You count where it counts. There we go. But anyway, as we normally do, we're gonna go around and talk a little bit about this episode. Guy Scar, if you wouldn't mind starting, man, give me some overall thoughts of this episode.
My overall thoughts, I think, is the best episode so far, and I'm gonna just say one word: continuity. He has truly, Dave Filoni has done a continuity here that is nice to see in Star Wars, where it connected literally the Clone Wars, Rebels, and this show all in one episode. And yeah, for me, it's continuity, which means a lot, obviously, in Star Wars belief, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that's my overall.
Ooh, pardon me. All right, cool. Chris, what you got, man?
I don't disagree with that assessment. This did really well with tying into the episode before. And it leads us to what's to come very well. So, yes, continuity is a great word.
Okay. All right. I agree with that assessment, actually. Jason?
I'm the same way. I mean, like I said, I like last week. I wasn't here last week, but I liked last week's episode. But I wish that last week and this one would have been together. But this episode was awesome. I really liked it, and I can't wait to the next one because you know that what is I think it's
Crosshair?
his name. Crosshair. You seen right? He had that look in his eye that he's going out for business, man. So I'm ready for that hunt. It's like he's going for the hunt now. So I'm really looking forward to next week's.
They gave him the green light.
Yep, there's 4 episodes left, and I knew it was going to end up.
Does that mean there's 4 left? 4 left? 4 left?
Yep, 4 left.
Okay, so.
And I knew it was going to end up that way because
I think there's going to be and I think some I think there's going to be like I say going to be something one of them's not going somebody's not going to make it out, so it's going to they're going to be it's going to mean something. The episode is going to mean something.
Remember what I said, JJ, in the beginning?
Yeah. Someone's
going to die.
Mm-hmm. It may be Crosshair, it may not. Something's going to happen. It's going to make it. It's going to mean something. So that's what I'm looking for.
We'll get to predictions here afterwards.
Yeah.
I'll tell you. I'll tell you what I think.
Yeah.
Well, and I have to agree with you guys on this one because we've seen it from Loki. Okay, we've seen it from WandaVision. Still not sure on my thoughts about Falcon and Winter Soldier, but the key word here is continuity.
Mm-hmm.
It's not necessarily canon breaking. There are plot holes throughout the entire Star Wars universe, but as far as the animated series go, and I'm talking about the major ones, not Resistance, because that was shit. Clone Wars, Rebels, and the Bad Batch. It's continuity. It's all fitting together. I like the episode. I like them all so far. There's some better than others, but it's definitely, like I said, from episode 1. 1 and 2. We did the first 2 together. It's the definite slow burn. As the story's going along, the story's getting better, just as I said. And everybody was like, I hope so, but we just have to wait and see. We got 4 episodes left. Now, typical fashion, Geiskar, what did you like about this episode?
Okay, get ready because there's a lot of stuff I wrote down, man. I like the episode because one of the reasons it ties in with the Clone Wars, Hera's father, right? Where they tie in the whole, the tattoos on his hair, right? On his tentacle, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which is, which ends up being similar to the what is it called? The Calicori, right? From Rebels. So it ties in. It actually matches some of the symbols to that family heirloom. Also notice Hera's accent. Remember, she has an accent here, a French accent, but in Rebels she didn't have it. And so I went back and I started watching some of the episodes with her dad. And actually, when she's upset with her dad, her accent comes out in that episode in Rebels. So it's like she's suppressing that accent, right? For her, for her to not be able to be, because apparently every accent is different depending on what region of Ryloth you're in. So since she was part of that hierarchy, she's masking that accent. Prior accent house back, yeah. So we first see Ryloth actually in the Clone Wars, right? Season 1, episode 19. That which actually was pretty cool because that was Ahsoka's first command, right, for the blockade. Right, that was the one that actually gave her command where she, disobeyed the admiral.
Is this where she lost her entire fighter wing?
Yes. Exactly. Okay. Right. And disobeyed Anakin. Right. So again, it goes back to a pivotal character development part. And this one, it was Ahsoka. The thing is, though, that the reason why I started watching all these also is because I was wondering if Hauser was one of those clones back on Clone War. Right. It turned out he wasn't there. It was Boyle and Waxer and Wooly, the 3 clones that were running around in Clone Wars. So I remember that they rescued a small girl. So I kept thinking, was that Ahsoka that they rescued? But it wasn't.
No, Hera.
Yeah. Hera. Right.
Hera. Yeah. Those are 3 completely different clones, and I believe Hauser is a new clone.
Exactly. So for people that are tuning in and stuff, definitely watch Clone Wars season 1 episodes 19, 20, and 21 because they all have to do with Ryloth. And too bad Danny's not on this one, because episode 21 was one of the major episodes where Mace Windu kicked some serious ass, right? When they were invading Ryloth. And it was right when the banking clan, one of the guys of the banking clan was trying to escape with all the valuables, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where Hera's dad had to, just to give you backstory, that's where he had to vow to the Jedi that he wouldn't go against the big flubber guy. I forgot his name. Blue guy. Yeah, he's big.
Oh, Orn Frita. Senator Orn Frita.
Exactly, to not question his rule over Ryloth. So it's I really like this episode because it tied into Clone Wars so much, and it tied in with Rebels, where she confronts her father, where she's upset with her father because she blames her father for her mom's death, right? So it was, I just love that dynamic because everything tied in, and it actually made me go back and look into these episodes to get more of an overview of the whole Ryloth situation.
Right. And Cham Syndulla has been there from the beginning,
exactly.
back in the clone, before Hera was even born.
Exactly.
So, like you guys were saying, continuity.
Mm-hmm. And I like the little nod to when Hera was communicating to Omega. Did you notice the position and how she was leaned down? It looked exactly like a nod to New Hope with Princess Leia when she was calling out for Obi-Wan. I like the whole chemistry, that relationship between Omega and Hera, right? That they trust each other. That she was in dire need, and that's the first person she reached out to. I love the ending scene with Hauser. Hauser's speech to the clones that he had it. So this I'm intrigued, because if he is not listening to the inhibitor chip and others are not either, that means there could be a whole bunch of clone troopers out there that don't agree with what's going on. Well, so I'm curious to know where this is going to go, right?
Well, you've heard Sharpshooter, Crosshair and Wrecker saying this. Good soldiers follow orders. That mainly went towards the Jedi. They had this order. They had Order 66 implanted into those chips. But as far as their fellow brothers, that's something a little bit more hard for them to deal with as far as the clones are concerned.
Right. But see, that's where people were like, I saw a couple of comments on other streams where one was saying about specifically that topic you just touched on, JJ, was that why did Wrecker want to kill everybody, including his brothers, when he went?
Well, and so does Crosshair. Right,
and Crosshair as well. Well, but Crosshair, it was really because there was a Jedi present that he snapped, right? But Wrecker, there was no Jedi present.
Yeah, I don't think that. I don't think that's how it works, because I think what it is it's that anybody who's directly disobeying the order. So yes, the 66, because the Jedi was there, right. But Wrecker was there, and it is in that chip still that they denied that direct order to kill that. So
right, that makes sense.
And I do believe that when the clone captain basically said to throw down your arms, that was because it was them. None of them feel like they are a threat to each other because they're not disobeying that order. They're disobeying the fact that they're taking people hostage. And for what? Why? What does this have to do with 66? That is not Order 66. It has nothing to do with Order 66. Exactly. So yes, which is, and never mind. I'll get to that here in a minute because it's still your turn. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just gonna finish up one more topic. And I like the fact, the ending, right, where Crosshair pretty much says, gets the green light to actually go hunting for them. So that ending just basically, has me hooked for the next few episodes. Like, I've never felt so hyped for the following episode after this one, because it was done so well. All the continuity, all the callbacks to the other episodes and stuff. It's awesome.
Awesome. Chris, what you got for me, man? What'd you like?
Well, okay, so I'm out on the Rebels and the Clone War stuff that this ties to, but because of people like Geiskar telling me about this stuff and Danny, this stuff really does seem to fit really well into that. What I love on the outside of that is, again, the continuity that tied from this episode. This is the greatest continuity of any of these that I have seen. I'm not sure about Clone Wars or Rebels or any of that. But as far as The Mandalorian and this show, as far as the cross from here we are to here we are, it was seamless. We knew she'd be calling for help. How was she going to call for help? So they didn't jump right to the point where the Bad Batch is there, which is what the other shows kind of have done. Look, they're just here now. No, they actually showed her making the call, having to go through the steps to stay away from the clone troopers and the stormtroopers, and they built all that in there, so it didn't like start 10 minutes late. It started right at the end of the last episode, which I do love. I think that, again, that's how they should be doing these. They did that. I love the fact that they built an Omega strategy, and she goes to the girl and says, listen, if we give them the plan that will work.
Yeah.
There.
Yep.
The plan worked really well. I love the fact that when Crosshair thought he had him, it was the captain, the clone captain, because he was basically buying them time. He told them how to get out. Wasn't it him that told them to go this because they're coming? Yeah. Okay.
Shuttle.
And I did like the Crosshair figured it out. Again, Crosshair almost bought in. He almost bought in that was going. And then he's like, wait a minute. Wait, why are they going to go? Why is this getting attacked? They're like, because they're trying to come here. And he understands the tactical side of it. So this is going to build the tension between Omega's strategy and Crosshair's strategy. So first butting at heads here is Omega and Crosshair. Omega's job is to give the Bad Batch new strategy because Crosshair knows all the strategy that they have because he probably was the strategic one. And now that Omega's doing it, she's got to figure out ways to get them into places without Crosshair figuring it out. And he's probably going to figure it out more often than not, but a little late. And it's always going to be one step behind. And that's going to be cool. But that's the first fight we've caught up. Now, the second fight that I love that this set up is that the clones are starting to think about, wait a minute, what does this have to do with Order 66? Why are we fighting with these people who we fought side by side with? We swore to protect them, and now we have to imprison them? These people haven't done anything wrong yet. I think he was kind of wavering, the captain, I can't remember his name, but the captain was wavering.
Hauser.
Okay, Captain Hauser was wavering when he saw that they shot. Hey, LEG, happy birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Dylan, good to see you in the chat. Austinator, hopefully you can make it. But okay, so Hauser, you said?
Yeah,
Hauser.
Really, Hauser? Wow, wasn't there a show where like the detective
Doogie
was
Hauser?
Yeah, well, not that one, but okay. Anyways, no. So that starts the downfall of why we don't have clones. This is right here is where you see the start of it. And this is already something we knew they were going to get rid of the clones. We just had to see why. And I have a feeling that this is going to lead to something big, and I'll explain that when I get to predictions because that has nothing to do with this episode. But we see the start of the clones no longer having to go after Jedi because in their minds, no Jedi around. Order 66 doesn't exist, and that's how the chip works. Jedi comes and just like, do it. You know, that's how it works. The difference here, though, is, again, because Crosshair has the chip, and they amplified it even more than everybody else's. They amplified it probably to its highest setting, that all he has seared in his mind is when they let that Jedi go. And so it's still in his head that they are responsible for letting the Jedi go. Therefore, they are just as... So that's why 66 is working so hard for him. That's why it works so hard for Wrecker. And then the absolute best thing is you have 4 episodes left, and you have now taken the leash and the collar off of the bulldog. We know the Crosshair is a bulldog, and he's been held in check by this admiral the whole time. No, focus on what I told you to do. Focus on what I told you to do. Do this. Now the admiral's pissed, so he's like, you know what? Go. Take the leash off. Take the collar off. Sick him. And this is going to lead to, again, after we get to the end, I will explain my predictions. It's going to lead to something big. Everything is leading to where we need to go. So that is even more continuity, is it builds into what we already know has to happen. We know the clones have to go away. We know the chameleons have to go away, or something has to happen to them to an extent. Whether or not all of them are gone, or like 10 of them get in prison, so the cloning technology still works. Because we know within the Star Wars timeline, unfortunately, Disney is in it. By Disney standards, that cloning technology still exists. So therefore, I would assume you keep 10 of them long enough to figure it out yourself. You got to keep some of them to understand how to do it. So we know some of them will live, but yeah, this episode really just, I think this kicked everything into overdrive. I would hope that the last 4 episodes are full speed, because I can't see how you can't get to full speed, because we have to get somewhere by the end of this. And I think I know where that goes, but we'll talk about that afterwards. So there you go.
Awesome. Jason.
I'm pretty much what Chris and Gaskar said, but I was what Chris was saying about Crosshair being on a leash. Didn't it sort of remind you how Tarkin had Vader? I mean, you had
very reminiscent of that.
That's what I was thinking when you said that. I said, didn't it seem just like Tarkin with Vader?
But wait,
because Vader, because Tarkin, whatever Tarkin, he had Vader right there. He pulled him back whenever he said, "Yes, sir." Boom, he's back. Or
Governor Tarkin, I should have expected to find you at the end of Vader's leash.
Exactly. And I mean, pretty much they've, pretty much everything I enjoyed. They've already talked about. The only thing I did not hear, I don't think they said at the end when the family was there, and the mother, she said about with the wars coming, she says, well, our war is going to be your war too. You're going to be involved too. Or I don't know how she actually said it, but you know how she said it. She said, you're going to be involved too, no matter what you think. So I just see, like, I don't know if we're going to go to season 2 or not, but I see, Rex coming back. I see, that's what it's excitement. So that's why, especially Crosshair going to be unleashed. He had that dead look on his eye. I mean, he almost to me looked like a Sith in action, ready to go hunt down some people. So
Inquisitor.
That's what I mean. Yeah, he looked just like Inquisitor. Yeah, exactly. So very good. I say excellent episode. So I'm looking forward to. I wish he would come in this Wednesday, and since we don't have no more Loki's, bring it in Wednesday. So, but Friday night, man, Friday evening, Friday morning.
Yep. Awesome. Ninja, what's going on, man? Glad you could join us.
Nothing much.
How you doing, man? You doing all right?
Pretty good, yeah.
Awesome. Real quick, give me some. What's your overall thoughts of this episode?
I thought this one was easily my favorite episode so far.
My brother.
I really enjoyed all the characters in this episode. I like the character development. I like Omega and Hera's interactions with each other. And, yeah.
Okay, all right. What did you like about the episode?
Right.
I'll be right back.
Okay, all right.
We'll get him back.
Me personally, I liked everything about this episode. Like we mentioned just a little bit ago, continuity. Hera has to learn how to fly somewhere, and we see the beginning of this. In the last episode and this episode, because they let her take the stick on the way to the weapons pickup. Now her and Omega go and save the day. Which I was not surprised in that, seeing how Omega, told Hera this, you give them a plan that works, they'll help. And she got to the stick. She got to fly around. She got used to it. And she got an early start. So we see, and like I said, like a prequel to Rebels, Hera became a great pilot. She is an incredible pilot. Because at the end of Rebels, she even fought in the Battle of Endor as one of the pilots. Now, I know that was something that was added in. We have no visual confirmation of that, but they already showed her. She was in Rogue One. The Ghost was in Rogue One, so was Chopper.
Yep.
They even called General Syndulla over the loudspeaker. So, we know she has the experience, but where did it start? This is a great place for it to start. Omega, we keep saying this week in, week out so far, she's getting less and less annoying. Now she's starting to learn. Now she's starting to figure this stuff out. We found out that she's a strategist. And she's... Hey, Danny, what's going on? He said the episode was good. He was okay with it. But and we're introduced, these 2 episodes to Hauser, which as far as I know anywhere, he's a new clone, and I like it that at least some of them are starting to see the light. Why are we fighting our own brothers? Why are we fighting people that we said we would protect? Why are we locking them up? It's just some of these clones ain't going to do it. They have a problem with it. Now, that could all change, if they were to go and do something to each other's chips, but they're not. They're not even thinking about it. They're worried. The Empire is worried about phasing out the clones. So this is a good start to see how or why they're going to do this. And just all in all, man, I love the episode. I really did. They're getting better. As I predicted early on. But other than that, and going into the next round, what we didn't like about it, and I'm gonna be honest about one thing. I didn't see anything wrong with this episode, but we all look at it differently. So, Guyscar, what didn't you like about it, if anything at all? Or, okay, any dislikes?
Yeah, sorry, I had to step out for a second.
No, that's cool. That's
Yeah, it's kind of, I liked it and I disliked it at the same time. The scene where he threw down his weapon, Hauser throws down his weapon and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I get the whole symbolism of it, but wouldn't it have been smarter not to say anything and quietly speak to those clones or whoever and get a feel back and actually have some kind of little militia within their army that, and increase their numbers and be able to do something kind of like behind the scenes. So that's a nitpick, but that's the only thing that I came up with. Everything else I loved, man. It was a great episode.
Yeah, and I agree with you because, Crosshair, of course, is a brother also. And never mind. I'll get into that in a moment. Never mind. Chris.
I'm not the same reason. The symbolism, fine. Yeah, I understand that. No, actually, I think Crosshair should have shot him. Truth be told, because that damn Royal straightens it out, saying, you know what? Go ahead. Yeah. Follow him. Or, let him do the symbolization of, I'm not fighting anymore, throw it down, let all the other people throw it down. You know what? Crosshair goes like, boom.
Erase.
Done. And then what?
Arrest those traitors.
Exactly. Then say it.
Yeah.
Again, they have taken risks in parts of this that I wish they'd take in parts where it really matters. Because at times I'm like, it doesn't make sense why they're doing it here. because they've done some pretty violent in
Need some
Star Wars
headshots.
in cartoon Star Wars. They've done some pretty violent stuff, but do it when it matters, and that wouldn't matter. Listen, we don't know this guy that well. He's an expendable character. We're pretty sure that all the clones, for the most part, will be gone. I'm sure maybe some of the clones will be filtered into the Stormtrooper group, maybe, but this guy's pretty new. I mean, we just kind of knew him. You know, he's there. He's just another clone. We know that he's not on board. So hell, kill the guy. It doesn't matter. So that is kind of one of those missed opportunities. I won't say hate. I didn't mind it. It just I think it could have been done better. I don't know. I understand why they did it, but I kind of had an issue with they just kind of lollygagged around. I don't know. Maybe I missed something because, again, I did watch this really quick on the way home from dropping off a car. So it's like I may have missed parts of this. But did they like say they were sticking around for any reason after they said, nope, done? They know we're here. We're leaving. Did they say why they stuck around?
They didn't.
You talk about the Bad Batch?
Yeah, because she goes and walks to sorry, what's her name? The Hera. She goes and walks to talk to her, and that's when they talk about coming up with a plan that's going to make them see their way. I'm sorry, if he's the commander, if Hunter's the commander, why didn't he look at her and go like, back on the ship? Now we're going. I mean, so I'm trying to figure out where. That's kind of one of those things. It's like they didn't say we had to refuel. There's a problem with the ship. They could have built in anything in there to give her the moment she needed. Because other than that, why did they let her go and talk to her? No, we got to get out of here because there's a battalion here that wants us dead. They want us back. The longer we're here, the more at risk we are. And they do kind of convey that, but then they stop. And it's like, oh, we'll wait. We'll give you time. Oh, you guys are talking? Hold on. We'll wait. No, I'm sorry. If I gotta go, if I need to go, if there's a train coming down the track, I'm not gonna sit there and say, okay, you guys just go ahead, just take your time. No, so I kind of had an issue, not hate.
Yeah, maybe they stayed behind because they have to deal with Crosshair, and they know by staying there.
But they should have said that. They basically made it said they know we're here. Gigs up. We're done. We're not going after them. So why stay then?
Right.
Fight another day. I mean, that's a good term to use. Again, though, it's a gripe. It's not a reason to hate the episode. But those are really the only two things, and that's kind of more of a direction that I wish they would have gone or given something. And again, both were very easily fixable. Both could easily be done. But the way they did it didn't kill anything. So, again, it's 6 or 1/2 dozen of another. And Commander Data and David, good to see you guys. Thank you for coming.
Jason.
Only thing I really had, I mean, I understand. I sort of agree with Chris now when he's saying that if they would have shot the commander right there, that would have made a big statement, or that, because I mean they already did a couple headshots and stuff. Crosshairs already killed people, so it ain't like it wouldn't have been no difference. I would like to see, like I said earlier, I like to see last week's episode and this week's together as one. It would have been. That's the only thing I really had a gripe about. But besides that, I hope they do get back to Camellia and find out what's going on, because like I said, we're getting to the last few episodes. So unless we're having season 2, I mean, something's going to happen pretty soon, or them the chameleons are they got to be gone or wiped out or something, or we're definitely having season 2.
Calling them the long necks, remember?
The long necks.
Yeah, that might be inappropriate. Something like that.
Well, they used to call the Twi'leks the head tails in Clone Wars.
Cancel culture, cancel JJ.
No, don't cancel me. What the hell's wrong with you? I'm not responsible for none of this. I'm just hosting the show. Why are you going to cancel me?
No, I'm not. I'm just saying somebody calling them the long necks. Somebody might be offended by that.
It's this guy over here. It's
Tabasco scenario at gmail.com for all complaints. Thank you.
Yeah.
Your emails will not be answered in a timely fashion or at all.
Yeah, the El Caminos. There we go.
El Caminos.
Elks.
El Caminos.
Calling the
Okay.
Elks.
All right,
Yes.
Android. The floor is yours, man. First, tell me what did you like about the episode?
All right. Well, Hauser, to me, he was the best part of this entire episode. He stole the show, basically. Hera and Omega, I like their interactions and all of that as friends. I like the Batch in this episode, and I like that they were kind of hesitant at first to go into this to Ryloth and everything because they saw Crosshair was there. I also like the new Admiral. You know, to be honest, I was like, oh great, here comes another new Admiral. It's like we have so many. Why just bring Krennic into this or something like that? Well, he's kind of growing on me. He's okay. Crosshair was easily one of the best parts of the episode, and overall, like, this has a lot of good action. You know, I remember Wrecker and Tech on the shuttle at one point just blasting, and I'm like, this feels like Star Wars, and that's what this entire episode felt like, an episode of Clone Wars and Rebels, a good mixture between the two, and that's what this show should actually be, because it's the middle point of like a trilogy, the animated trilogy, I'll call it. So, you know, I really enjoyed that. But yeah, besides that, that's what I liked.
What about any dislikes?
Well, I actually do agree with everyone with Hauser should have been shot by Crosshair. Like, to me, I thought that was actually going to happen. They were kind of like teasing it at first, but then no, it's just arrest them. It's like, come on, you saw that Crosshair legit shot one of the first stormtroopers, if you remember, in episode 3.
Yep.
It's like, why not do that? It's
Great point.
It's just, yeah, you know.
Headshot.
But yeah, besides that, I actually have no dislikes.
Okay. Austinator, what's going on, man?
Nothing much. Just had a crappy couple days, but back to action, I guess.
You're meaning you had a crappy couple of days? You're not happy John Cena's back?
Well, you know, that was cool. Saturday, you know.
I saw that clip and I thought of you. I'm like, he must be happy.
No, not really.
You sound kind of rough, man. I
got off work a while ago, so.
Are you on your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, it sounds like you're covering your mic a little bit.
Is this better?
Nope.
All right, give me a second to reconnect on my laptop.
Okay. All right. Yeah, Chris stole my thunder with that.
You're
because,
welcome.
Well, yeah, you know, because that's what I was going to say earlier. You know, Crosshair had Hauser in his sight. I'm about calling him Bowser. Oh, wow. Had Hauser in his sights. It would have taken nothing for him just to shut him up right there. And he did. And it would have been easy to pull off, you know, show the Crosshair aimed up on him and then just hear the blast and just show his body fall. You know, because they could have showed the other clones. They could have pulled it off very easily without showing a lot, you know, without making it too bloody or gory or you know, unchildlike, you know, hey, because, you know, Crosshair has already killed a couple people in this series so far, and, you know, they know how to hide it. But at the same time, I don't think Crosshair is completely there. I think he's thinking the same thing the other clones are. These are my brothers. Regardless if they're following orders or not, these are my brothers. Maybe that's why he didn't. Don't know, because there's nothing there stating that Crosshair thinks that way. He's there. He's thinking that he's got to get the job done. He's doing what he's ordered to do. And
can I ask you a question?
Sure.
How would you feel if all of this worked out where Crosshair gets to the Bad Batch?
Okay.
And then just throws down his gun and says, "This is out of hand."
Without something being done about his chip, that'll never happen.
I'm just asking, how would you feel? Because I don't think they're going to do that, but God knows I wouldn't be surprised if they made it that simple. Because he's so gung-ho to come after him right now. It's like, man, they put you through hell. Look, you got scars on your side now. You were literally almost blown up. I mean, I'm just saying. But I don't think it's going to happen either. But it's Disney Star Wars, so God knows.
Hunter's gonna die, man. Hunter's gonna die.
But right now, the way I'm looking at it, even if they do capture Crosshair, okay, and they do something about his ship, the mental scars are already there. Okay, he's been hunting them. He's been fighting them. They've beaten him at every turn, just about. I don't see. I don't see him forgiving this. I really don't. So, I see something completely different happening right now. Even if they get a hold of him and get his chip out, which I don't know if that's where they're heading or not. But like I said early on, it's gonna end up the end of the season being one of two things. It's going to be either A, them trying to face off against Wrecker's big ass, or going against Crosshair. And that's where it looks like it's heading, because now Crosshair is unreigned. He's free to do whatever he feels he has to do to catch these guys. So something's going to happen. But the fact that Crosshair didn't take that opportunity, that's probably the only thing I don't even want to say dislike. It's just I was disappointed in, because they could have taken that. Once again, Disney and their missed opportunities. And even that's just nitpicking, because, like I said, I love the episode. And Austin, you back?
I think so.
Oh, there we go.
Much
That's
better.
what I'm talking about. The floor is yours, my friend.
A lot better.
Talk to me. Give me some overall thoughts of this episode.
I thought this episode was better than Loki. No, this episode was really good. It's a continuation from last episode.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just go down the line, man. Tell me what you thought of the episode, what you liked and what you disliked.
Oh, just like that? All right.
Yeah.
I liked how it continued from last episode. It feels like it's now going in a little arcs, and judging by the end of the episode, it feels like now Crosshair is going to be, at least I hope, a primary focus, at least towards the end. But I feel like now would be the perfect time to be like, this is where Crosshair, full-on villain. I liked the Empire stuff again. I think this is stuff that we needed a lot earlier, but I always say it's better late than never. But I feel like that the Empire stuff was needed. And again, it shows you like how they're really just taking control of the galaxy in a way. You see them, like I said earlier, like you see them fearmonger, like last episode. Like you see them, you're seeing like, and it's kind of actually really kind of amazing in a way that you see Clone Wars. You have all the clones who are like there to protect Ryloth, and then you see Bad Batch, where now they're just like, they're almost like dictators in a sense. Like they're all like, if someone disagrees, they're basically going to arrest them. So I like that. Chopper being like Batman with his stealth, I thought that was awesome. Not gonna lie, I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, he was stealthy, and then like he tased him in the back. I'm like, oh shit! If droids can be stealthy, that's badass.
Yep.
Batch were cool. Like it was basically like a heist episode, in a sense, and I like heist type things, and I liked it's just overall. I thought the episode was really good, and again, tying into Rebels with Hera, and I liked her and Omega and Hera's relationship in a sense. Like I like that they're kind of friends, and and you see kind of Omega stand up for her in a set because. And that also kind of goes back to what I liked about the Batch, that Hunter's like, nah. He's like, I am dealing with this shit. She can die for all I care. Essentially. Like he's like, I don't give a shit. But right. Omega's like, no, like what the fuck are you doing? Like you gotta help her. Right. And Omega basically tells Hunter that, I would do the same thing for you. And I like their relationship. Like, I like Omega and Hunter's relationship because you have Hunter, who's the one that's more paranoid, and he's just more like, no, like, we gotta do this, we gotta do that. Where Omega's the kid character who's like, well, no, like, she's the one that's like, she's kind of like his, how do you put it? She's the one that's giving him the, kind of like being like that, the person on his shoulder telling him to do this instead.
Voice of reason?
Yeah. So you have that compare and contrast type of thing. Mm-hmm. And what you guys said earlier about I think, God, what was the clone trooper's name?
Hauser.
Yeah. He should have gotten shot by Crosshair. I mean, they set that up so perfectly. They had Crosshair on that ledge, and he's ready to shoot him, and right. He just doesn't go for it. I don't buy, especially with Crosshair in the previous episodes. That I just don't buy that. And actually, this is something that I kind of had a problem with, is that Crosshair didn't know that the Bad Batch were not going to go the other direction. It's like Crosshair is a little bit smarter than that. So I thought that's more like a nitpick rather than a major problem, because I get what they're doing, but at the same time, it was weird, and I didn't necessarily feel it. And I will also say, Crosshair, even though I thought the ending was kind of just wonky for him, I thought he came off as a badass, and I like that. It felt like more like a war strategy like episode. It's just, I think this episode is, and I think to wrap up what my thoughts is that this is probably, and I've said this for the last few episodes, but this is a step in the right direction.
Okay. So no real dislikes?
No.
Okay. All right. And last but not least, like I said for myself, it was just that one instance, like I said, missed opportunity. It wasn't really a dislike. But before I get into the grades, I want to go back and talk about something real quick. Where is it? I think it was Dylan that said it. Gotta find it. Okay.
Oh, what he said about
Chopper. Yeah.
Oh, about Chopper? Okay, no, it's not the same thing.
Yeah, right here, this year. All right, Dylan. The thing about Chopper is you're looking at something that happened. I'm guessing at this point, so don't take it as fact. We're seeing this about 10 years before, roughly about 10 years or so before we meet him in Rebels. Okay, he's had a lot of time to develop an attitude. and his quirkiness. This is Chopper early on. Of course, we're never going to see characters just like Hera. We're not going to see characters that the way we knew them. Hera's a child. She's learning how to fly, and Chopper's the same way. He's not the asshole we met in Rebels. He has to work his way up to that. So I understand where you're coming from. This is not Chopper to you, but then again, we all have to start from somewhere. Trust me. I know your age, Dylan, or roughly know your age, and trust me, even you had to get to where you're at now. You don't know everything right off the top. So it's just like I said, a prequel to a Rebels. Everybody has to learn along the way. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight that and talk about that for a second because, of course, it's the same person. We all know that Dave Filoni voices Chopper, but Chopper wasn't the droid we seen in Rebels, even though we saw some of his quirks that we got from Rebels, but no, he's like, all right, you go do this. Okay, I'm gonna go do this. All right, he was never always the, all right, Chopper, you go do this. No, you go do this. But yeah. Anyway, back to the task at hand. Last but not least, Guyskar, what's your grade for the episode and some upcoming predictions?
I give it an A- because I expect there's going to be a better episode than this coming. I have a feeling we're going to get a huge character reveal. I'm either projecting Vader, hell, maybe even I'll even go as drastic as Obi-Wan. So
I doubt that because from my understanding, Obi-Wan never left Tatooine. But I'll go with that because anything's possible at this point.
Right. Well, how many episodes are there? 4?
4 left. Yeah.
I forget it. There's not going to be an Obi-Wan. So I'm saying a Vader or an Ahsoka. We get to see Ahsoka. In that case.
Take care, Commander Data. Thank you for coming in. Anything else?
No, that's it, man.
Okay, cool.
So I think that's my highest grade, right? A-? Yeah, I believe so.
Hang on. Let me look real quick because I got it all right here.
I believe so.
I do see that they're progressively getting except for last week's, last week's you gave a C+, but the 3 prior to that was all A-.
Cool. Okay.
Cool. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Chris.
What'd you give it, Guyskar?
An A-.
An A-? Jesus Christ, you're being nice to this. And I have to agree with him. A-.
Fucking guy.
That's who I am. I'm TFG. That fucking guy. That guy. Yeah.
That guy. Okay.
That TFG. That fucking guy. Anyways, these 2 episodes. So last week I kind of watched it. I'm like, man, this is so off kilter to the Bad Batch because they weren't in it and all that. When we kind of talked about it before we went live. I think these should have been paired together and these should have been a full boom. Here you go. It's all right here. And I'm not going to knock them for the fact that they didn't do that. But man, that's a good 1-2 punch right there. Because this one just makes you look back and say, okay, it works. We're introducing characters that everybody but me knows. We're introducing them in this place at this time. So Rebels takes place after this, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're looking back at the first of these people, I guess, because these Hera and her dad and all that, were they in Clone Wars at all?
Her dad was.
Her dad was. Okay.
Yes.
So you see, I mean, so we're doing the right thing. We're tying, we're weaving. When a story is woven together really well, it makes for a great watch. And if I, when I go back and I watch Rebels and I watch the rest of Clone Wars, I'm probably going to go like, oh yeah, okay, very good. That type of thing. It's good. I mean, that's kind of one of the things we've said is lacking from the Disney trilogy, is because it just doesn't. Everything that ties it to the original 2 trilogies, the first 6, is more just by face and name only, not so much by pure character and involvement. They're just there. They're a part of it. It almost feels like what we're watching in the Disney movie trilogy is it's connected because our characters are in it, but it's in a whole nother place, it isn't connected. That's how that feels. This, though, feels connected. Everything feels connected, and it's weaving itself into other things, and that makes for good stuff. So, man, I'm all for it. My predictions. I don't think any of these guys are going to die. I think they're going to get everybody together. If you want to know who's going to die, it's going to be like the Admiral.
Oh,
and
Admiral,
it might be Crosshair that does it. Yeah. And it's not going to be anybody because this is already, I think, if I read right, I'll have to go back and look, but I think I've read it's slated for a second season. And if it's slated for a second season and it's called the Bad Batch, why are we going to kill off any of the Bad Batch? Now, will Crosshair come back to, yeah, okay, go ahead.
Because Bad Batch is not necessarily just them. It could be all the clones that are bad. Because it's also Omega, right?
Yeah, but I think that, I don't know. I just don't think they're going to kill any of these guys off. Just not yet. I mean, do they die? Yes, they're going to die. These guys aren't in the trilogy. They aren't in the original trilogy. They're not in Rogue One. There's no mention of the clones anymore, so they're either in hiding, deep hiding that they'll have to add into like Ahsoka or something. Which, think about this. Think of if Rex shows up in Ahsoka. Think about things like that.
Yeah, because
they're going to be. Go ahead.
Tamora Morrison had been rumored to come back not just as Boba Fett, but as Rex.
Yeah.
That was a rumor, but if he comes back as Rex, it would be in the Ahsoka series.
Or maybe in Book of Boba. Because he's attached to Boba. Boba's a clone. I mean, but all I'm saying is that we know that the clones are going to become at least as scarce as the Jedi. So we're gonna get there eventually. But I don't think they're going to do it here. I don't think they're going to do that. But if they do it, that's okay. I think we're also going to see Darth Vader. I think what's going to happen is they'll fix Crosshair. Crosshair will probably be the one to pull the trigger, either in a stealth mission or a straight up play a part and go back to the Admiral, kill him, and then Tarkin. Because is Tarkin an Admiral in this?
Yes.
Is he?
I
think he's an Admiral, but not a Grand Moff.
Okay. I think that they might make that switch in this series and give him Vader's leash, and he's going to send Vader after him. I think if it isn't this season we see Vader, which I think we'll see him maybe in the very, very last episode at the very, very end. But I think Vader's going to become the chaser in a second season. And then all bets are off on who gets killed. Because we know that these clones are nothing compared to Vader. Vader's going to
and also if they have a second season, it would be if they don't do it now, it would be a great introduction to the Inquisitors.
I think they're going to do that too.
Because the lead Inquisitor was a Temple Guard, so that would be a great introduction.
Interesting.
Anything else you got, Chris?
No, that's about it. But no, I love this episode, and hopefully it puts us in a warp drive or hyper drive to get through to the last 4.
Okay. All right, Jason.
I'm gonna go with A- also. I was gonna give it close to an A, but I figure there's gonna be some better, probably even better episodes coming up, so I don't want to give it too high already. There's only 4 episodes left. It's not really many. Way Chris said, it's pretty much saying they're gonna have a season 2 because you really, unless they're gonna really rush it really quick. Because like I said, you haven't gone back to the El Caminos and you haven't dealt with that situation. The bounty hunters, got 2 bounty hunters still lurking around. You got like Vader, possibly the Inquisitors. I mean, there's a lot to do in 4 episodes, so they definitely, I see another season coming on. But it could be exactly what Chris said. It probably Crosshair probably does some kind of turnaround right at the last episode, and then probably Vader and the Inquisitors go after him then. And like I said, but I look for Boba Fett also to come in somehow. I look probably Boba Fett the last episode just for them to tie that in with the Book of Boba Fett coming up, because that'd be a good tie-in. People to know who Boba. I mean, because I know Visions is coming out, but that ain't really gonna tie into Boba Fett as much as like this will, because this is more canon. So
Right.
So that's about it.
All right, Nendroid.
I'm gonna give it a solid A, actually.
Okay.
My predictions, I think we're actually gonna see Boba Fett in these next 4 episodes. Crosshair, also his redemption is gonna be in here. It's just a common thing with Star Wars, so that. But it would be different if there was no redemption. Just saying, it would be very interesting. And I'm just really looking forward for these next 4 episodes. Like Camino, if the final battle's there, then it is. I would like Cad Bane to be brought back, to be killed off by Boba, so, but yeah, just closure. I want good closure for season 1. That's my
Okay. Now, I need a reminder. Anybody that knows pretty well the story in Rebels. Cad Bane wasn't in Rebels at all, was he?
No.
I don't remember.
Nope.
Okay. All right. Then we would have no problem killing him off.
I just thought of one thing that would be really interesting and would be fun to watch is that redemption. If you want to kill off one of the Bad Batch, redeem Crosshair, and then have Vader come in and just right through him. Just because that would rip a lot of people's hearts out. Oh, no. You see, I think of things like that all the time. You want to listen. It's kind of like, I don't know, when you redeem a character and they die almost immediately, it's really good. Because it means they've served their purpose. They saw their wrong. And now, yay, they've got all this stuff to do. And then, done.
Chris, right after, like you said, he goes back for a solo mission and kills that admiral. And you see him like looking over the dead body. And you just see a red lightsaber go right for his chest. In this season right there, that would be a hell of a. Everybody be like going crazy. You just hear the match, and you just see a lightsaber.
Or that part. Your lack of faith is disturbing.
You just see the lightsaber.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
It don't even have to show Vader. Just see the lightsaber go through him, and hear the breathing.
Yeah. The scene cuts out, and you just hear his breathing.
Breathing. That's it. You don't even have to show him. Just see the lightsaber go through his chest, and hear the breathing. And there he goes, Dave Filoni. See you next season, or whatever,
Yeah, that would be awesome. All right. Last but not least, Nendroid.
You mean Austin, right?
Yeah.
Austin. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, Austin, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
The other Nendroid, yeah.
Wow.
And Nendroids.
Don't
Right,
mind me. I'm just off in the corner.
Better
I
behave if you want to
apologize.
get out of there, son.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh well, what do I give? You know, I'll give it a B plus. I think.
What?
Well, I think kind of like what everybody else has said. Basically, we're gonna get better episodes, and as much as I like this episode, it's like a B plus is still good. I mean, I'm not saying it's like F or D or C. I think it's really good, but I think an A minus right now is a little too high. I want to save that grade for maybe another episode down the line. As far as predictions, honestly, after the crap I had to go through with Loki, this is a breath of fresh air. I mean, the last 4 weeks of Loki, I'm like, oh my god, just let it end. And now at Bad Batch, I'm like, well, where is this gonna go? I mean, I'm excited. No longer am I dreading Wednesdays. I'm looking forward to Fridays. So I mean,
It's all good.
but I would like to see Vader if this is only one season. I mean, if it's only one season, you got to have Vader in there, and you got to have him just destroy everybody. If not, maybe Boba Fett or Ahsoka tie stuff in. Maybe we could see Rex one more time. I mean, like I said, I'm just here for the ride at this point. So overall, B plus.
Okay. And myself, I gave the episode an A. Because, like I said, I didn't really dislike anything about the episode except for the one missed opportunity. And predictions, I'm with pretty much everybody else. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen in these 4 episodes. So there has to be a second season coming. Because not only the deal with Crosshair, but also the deal with Omega, because the Kaminoans are still after Omega. Chris is playing with his vibrator. Awesome.
Sure.
Anyway, they're still after Omega. The bounty hunters are still involved. So there's too much going on for 4 episodes still. One way or another, we're going to get one of 2 things. The redemption and fall of Crosshair, or Crosshair still hunting them Crosshair still hunting them by the end, or the Kaminoans are going to be rattled beyond belief, if not wiped out, because anybody that follows Star Wars lore, and I've done mention this a few episodes back, they got wiped out. The Emperor wiped them out because of the whole cloning aspect of it. Now, will it happen? Don't know. Will they show it? Probably not. But it's something to hope for as far as what this show is bringing. And just like I said from the very, very first episode of the Roundtable, it was going to get progressively better. I just hope they don't break their stride with next week's episode, or this week's episode, excuse me, Friday's episode. I hope they don't break that stride and slow it back down again, because then it'll be like, okay, y'all ain't got time to be wasting now. Y'all need to keep picking it up. Let's keep moving forward. Let's keep it interesting. Because it's almost happening just like Clone Wars did, except everybody's becoming more acceptant of Omega a lot sooner than what they did of Ahsoka. Because Ahsoka didn't grab her stride until probably mid-second season of the Clone Wars. Now, I don't know if it's because she's a direct clone from Jango Fett, or it's something within their cloning process that makes them more intelligent, that helps them learn faster. But if she's an unaltered clone, like Boba Fett is, we may see her, if there's a second season, we may see her age in between seasons, but don't expect it to be too fast. And there's, like I said, there's a lot of stuff that has to happen between now and the end of the season. And with that being said, I want to thank everybody on the panel for showing up, even on short notice. Alcindor, thank you for popping in. I know you said you wasn't going to be able to make it, but thank you for coming. Android, thank you for popping in. Jason, thanks for giving up the chickens to hang out with us. Appreciate that. Guys, Chris did 120 all the way home just so he could make it here tonight. So I appreciate it.
Pretty damn close. So yeah.
I had to watch the episode in an Uber.
Yeah. Listen, I was dedicated to the cause.
Now I do. Now I'm gonna get a little nosy, Chris. What kind of car did you rent?
It was a Buick LaCrosse. It was nothing special. It was nice though. I mean, had everything. Nav, XM or Sirius, whatever they call it now.
How was the weather?
Good. It rained a little on the way out there, but it didn't rain out there at all, really.
What? No
just
convertible? What?
It's not the state for a convertible. I mean, I could get one if I wanted to, but the state is Nevada and Vegas and California if you want to do convertible. Not here. Here it's just whatever. It's not.
Okay. All right.
That just I don't think so. So whatever.
I got no problem. I ain't got no problems with Buicks, man. I had one for damn near 12 years. So yeah, they're good rides.
But I, got some stuff done out there. Made a few business deals and
good deal.
Might be going back out there here September-ish, something like that. Not sure. I don't know. But
okay.
Yeah, had a good time.
Awesome.
Chilled out.
All right. And definitely last but not least, I'm gonna go around the panel a little bit. Let everybody talk about their channels, where they can be found at. Guys, would you mind starting?
Yeah, man. You can find me everything Khaos Central related. You can find me as well on my channel, The Basco Scenario. Working on getting a show weekly. Finally got a title down for it. I'm not saying it just yet, but yeah. So stay tuned. Please subscribe.
For your channel or here?
For my channel, and I'm going to have another one eventually on Khaos. It's in the works.
Cool. Yeah, check this guy out. He's got some good stuff over there, and hopefully he's going to have some more coming, because I swear you can only play so much Call of Duty before it gets old.
Facts. Yeah, I finished season 4.
Nice. All right, Chris.
Real Review 3000 is my channel, but guys, I'd like to talk about this channel for a second. Khaos Central. Thank you guys for being here. You guys have been supporting this channel. While it seems to be after the fact, that's fine. We thank you, anybody who watches this before, during, during or after. Sorry, I guess people can't watch it before it goes. If you can, you're clairvoyant, and we'd like to know how long it is until we can get this thing monetized. Just send me a DM right here at ChrisKnight5150. Khaos Central has hit 200 subscribers. Let me look and see what we're at on view hours. We are at 2502 in watch hours and 200 subscribers. We're going to be easily at the 4,000 before we get to 1,000 subscribers. So we need your help. Keep watching. Keep telling people about us. Let's get the number up. We're trying to make this into a great community, involving lots of people, lots of different people doing different things, different shows. But yeah, guys, please support everybody you see on these shows. Please support everybody that is involved with our shows individually, outside of the shows here on our channels. That's how it works. It's just you kind of dive into people's stuff, and then you see other people, go check them out, help them out. That's what a community is about, is helping everybody grow. That's why I try to say, I'm not the person who needs the subs. I'd love your sub if you haven't subbed to me yet. but these other guys deserve it too. So please check them out. They have less subs than I do, and that's why I want you guys to go check them out, because they're as much a part of this and they're as much a part of what I am at my channel. So guys, reach out to everything. Tell other people about it. That's how people grow. Thank you very much, JJ, for doing this on Monday. And I look forward to being back on Sunday with it. So
Awesome. Thank you. You know, no speeding tickets, no crashes. Man, you did awesome. Thank you. Jason.
What's up, everybody? I'm Jason Lee Tucker. My channel is Jason Lee Tucker Statement. Usually I have a weekly show with me and Eric Santos, the Metal Taco Show. We talk about wrestling, different things. I also put a couple fun videos here and there on there about chickens, the catfish, and different things. You know, just the fun things. So check it out, guys. I have all kind of little fun things there. All right, have a great JJ. Thanks, bro.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Nindroid.
All right. You guys can personally find me on my own YouTube channel, Nindroid243, where always on Fridays it is Galactic Chat, where we are doing some trivia, just like the last two. So, yeah, you know, it's going to be pretty fun with new competitors and all of that to win a Baby Yoda Lego statue. So, yeah.
Who won the last round?
So.
Cool.
So, yeah. And you can also subscribe to me for the Nindroid cuts. They are slowly being worked on, and some other videos I have planned on doing. Thank you, JJ, for having me on. This was a blast.
No, thank you for showing up, man. I appreciate it. And I'm going to say this, and you know who I'm talking about when I say this, but it doesn't pertain to that. But bring them to me. I'm going to bury everyone. Okay? Just that you know that. Anzo got me on the Rumble, but he's not going to get me in trivia. Sorry. So make it interesting. For real, make it interesting. You got to get some better questions, bro. What was up with all the sequel trilogy bullshit that you had? That was messed up.
Hey, look, you know, next time it's going to be prequel related questions. So.
Oh, good. Gives me something to pay attention to, because, yeah, we'll talk about that later. But yeah, watch this guy's stuff, man. He's got some good stuff over there. Guy Scar, Chris, well, whatever Chris decides he wants to do something. Not on Khaos Central. Jason, Austinator, all of us watch our stuff. And Austin, man, you're last but not least, man. Where can we find you at?
I have my own channel. I'm at 176. The last time I checked, 4 away from 180. At this point, I mean, I don't know my schedule at this point, so whenever I stream, just go check me out. I think I'm doing a stream, well, actually, at 9, but I'm actually going to be popping over at LDG's for his birthday celebration, so for a little bit. But at 9, I'm doing a wrestling stream. We're talking Royal Rumble 2002, and also we're going to be talking about Money in the Bank last night, and Super Cena's back. Woo! But Saturdays at this point, if I can do it, Austinator and me, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm Austinator. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Me and Angry Care Bears are right now reviewing the Nightmare on Elm Street movies, and we're right now on Freddy's Revenge. So be sure to check that out, and Splash Talk whenever that's going on. And you just find me everywhere at this point. Yeah, just follow me on Twitter, follow Khaos Central's Twitter, just subscribe to everybody. Thank you for having me on, JJ. Sorry for being late.
No, man, don't. Hey, don't ever apologize for life, man, because life happens every day. When it happens, why apologize for it? Shit happens every day. Trust me, I'm living proof. It's all good, man. You made it. We're all happy that you made it, so it's all cool, man. It's all good. And last but not least is myself. You know, went through a recent name change. It's just JJ now. My channel, Khaos Central, and wherever I decide to pop up, because as Oscillator just stated, it's LDG's birthday. He should be doing his birthday stream right now. I'm going to pop back over there and hang out with him for a little bit. You know, anybody here interested, come on over there. I'm pretty sure he'd be happy to see you. And with that being said, everybody, say goodnight.
Good night.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.